Good morning, and welcome to WWDC. It's wonderful to see so many familiar faces with us today. So let's get started by turning it over to Craig to tell us what's new in iOS.
Thanks, Tim. All right, let's dive right in. For many of us, our iPhone has become indispensable. Here's Mindy to show you how it all works.
Thanks, Craig. Back to you, Craig.
In addition to photos, to take a closer look at what's new, here's Chelsea.
Thanks, Craig. Back to Craig.
With live text, lookup, spotlight, and memories, here's Jennifer.
With the Apple Wallet app, we set out to replace your physical wallet. Back to you, Craig.
Next up, here's Meg to tell you more.
Two years ago, we started rolling out our new map.
To tell you about what's new, here's Guggen.
Now back to you, Craig.
Just like magic.
It's time to talk about iPadOS. This is a huge deal. Let me show you how it works. Okay, we think this is going to change how you get information and access all your apps on iPad. We also have a major update for another key part of the iPadOS experience. To give you a closer look, here's Shabam.
Thanks, Craig. Now back to you, Craig.
Thanks, Shabam. Here's Will to show you how it works.
Thanks, Craig. Now back to Craig.
Thanks, Will. Next, let's get into privacy. At Apple, we believe privacy is a fundamental human right. And to tell you about the new ways we're giving you even more control, here are Katie and Eric.
Thanks, Craig.
Back to you, Craig.
Next, another part of our ecosystem that puts your privacy first is iCloud. Here to tell you about some great new updates is Mike.
Now over to Sumbo for the latest developments in health.
Your health and the well-being of your family is always important to you. Now I'll hand it over to Kevin to talk about watchOS.
Apple Watch is already the most loved watch in the world. Now I'd like to turn it over to Jules to tell you what's coming to help you stay active.
Apple Watch is the perfect companion to motivate you to be more fit. Back to you, Kevin.
Let's talk about some new features to keep you connected to the people you love. So let me invite Chandra to show you a demo.
Thanks, Kevin. And now, back to Kevin.
We think you're gonna love these new features in photos and messages. And now, over to Craig.
Let's talk about the home. To tell you more, here's Ya.
At the heart of your smart home is HomeKit. Back to Craig.
Let's talk about macOS. But what should we call it? Well, that brings us to the latest exploits of our crack marketing team. With their annual Vision Quest postponed, our merry band of nomadic namers wandered aimlessly through the California hills before donning their technicolored wetsuits and immersing themselves in the inspiration of the beautiful rich waters of Monterey. I'll hand it to Beth to show it in action.
Thanks, Craig. Let's start with Safari's gorgeous new tab design. We didn't stop there, though. Back to Craig to tell you more.
Thanks, Beth. We do have more we'd like to talk about, but first, let's get out of here. Probably should have just taken the car. Here's our VP of WWDR, Susan Prescott.
It's such a privilege to come together with our developer community and to connect with your creative energy.
Now, back to Tim. But first, much better.
Take it home, Tim.
Thank you, Susan, and thank you, Craig. And thanks to all of our presenters. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a great week.